Greetings, PTRPs and OTRPs. So this is Ma'am Hannah again. First of all, congratulations to our PTRPs and OTRPs, nakakapasa lang. I'm making this video, actually ang tagal ko na hindi gumagawa ng video, and I'm making this video right now especially for those who have reached out to me and are asking me for advice. So sa mga gusto lang naman, no, hindi naman lahat. Here is what I can offer you from all the years that I've been working. I have actually prepared 5 tips lang naman. I don't want to keep this super long. So 5 lang yung gusto kong maalala nyo now that you are starting off. First of all is, do not be choosy in the first work that you're gonna apply to or that's going to accept you. No, na we all want good benefits. We all want na maganda yung, talagang salary natin and everything in life. But you have to understand, especially when you're just starting off, madami kang kakompetensya. A lot of you have the diploma, have the license in the place that you're applying to. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Hindi ka pwedeng mag-demand because you don't have any experience that comes with it. You don't have the skills yet, no, that really comes with the work that you're applying for. So, you have to understand when you're starting off, there are 2 things that are actually more important than salary kapag nag-uumpisa ka lang. So, you don't have to feel too bad kapag maliit lang yung salary mo. Number 1 is the connections. It's actually the most important. Pangalawa is the experience. Now, why am I saying na yung experience at yung connections yung sobrang important? Yung social connections mo will actually be the pinaka-propeller mo if you're going to be successful or not. Believe it or not, it's not your intelligence, it's not even your job right now, but it's really the connections. Your connections within the profession, that is why actually important na sumali ka sa professional organizations. Kapag licensed ka na, sumali ka. You need the connections in the profession and outside the profession, within the health or even beyond healthcare. Yung connections na to, yung magdedetermine at magbibigay sa'yo ng job opportunities, career opportunities, even school opportunities kung may plano ka pang to go to postgraduate studies, if you want to get scholarships later on. Napaka-importante ng connections, which is why you have to really foster interrelationships with people. Hindi pwedeng nagka-cut ka ng connections kaagad kapag ayaw mo na sa workplace, ayaw mo na sa katrabaho mo, kinakat mo yung connections mo. Hindi yun actually maganda, no, as a professional. Even if you have friction with your workmates, do not totally sever or cut the ties that you have with people because connections are very important for you to actually be successful. Yung pangalawa is yung experience. Because, guys, alam nyo, kapag matalino kayo, pero you don't know the skills, the actual skills in doing the job, and you don't have the years to prove yung galing ninyo at that, medyo mahirap siya. Mahirap to level up if you don't have the experience. So, kaya kailangan yun yung dalawang pinaka ginagawa nyo talaga or pino-collect nyo habang nagsisimula pa lang kayo. The connections, and number 2, the experience. Ngayon, in the long term, should you settle ba doon sa mababang salary or sa not really demanding much? Well, that really depends on you. You get what you think you deserve. So, in the long term, eventually, ako, in my opinion, if feeling mo na-achieve mo na yung connections at yung experience na gusto mo from one workplace, I suggest that you move forward with your life. Kasi, if hindi ka nabibigyan in terms of the compensation na gusto mo, or what you think you deserve, then it's really high time for you to move on na. Do not be loyal to your workplace. You have to be loyal to yourself and to your career rather than your workplace. Tip number 2 is to learn how to reflect and to appreciate kung nasang workplace ka man. Now, when I say this, hindi kasi nagigets ng lahat ng tao to, but really reflecting is having that pause every now and then. Minsan, a part of your day, a part of your month, na nagre-reflect ka, am I still happy? Am I still getting the results that I want? Ito ba yung gusto ko sa buhay ko? And learn from your workmates as well. Ano yung mga experiences ng mga nakatrabaho mo, ng mga kakilala mo in terms of their work? And ano yung mga life lessons na yun? And paano mo i-apply yun sa buhay mo? Kasi alam nyo guys, ang dami-daming tao, ang dami ko na rin nakatrabaho, ang dami ko nakasalamuha, na nagsettle na sila at hindi sila nagre-reflect sa buhay nila. They feel like just because they have a good job, they have a high-paying job, or even if they have a stable or secure job, may plantilla sila or permanent sila in a certain position, employed sila, hindi na sila nagre-reflect sa buhay nila. Naglalaro na lang sila on their spare time. They're not learning anymore. They're not doing things to improve or to upgrade their skills and their life. Kapag ganon, you cannot really expect na tataas yung sahod mo kapag hindi ka nag-aaral pa at hindi ka nagre-reflect sa buhay mo, which is why it is so important for you to always reassess what what your goals are, to reassess if what you're doing with your life is still even worth it. Alam niyo yun, yung ganon. Tapos, yung appreciation naman. When I say that you have to appreciate your life, even if hindi ka masaya, let's say, hindi ka masaya sa situation mo ngayon, and you know you have to change eventually. Yes, that's good that you realize that. But also, what can you learn in your situation now? Kung hindi ka masaya, ano yung matututunan mo dito? Ano yung mga good lessons or even painful lessons that you can learn from this? For example, ako, no, personally, before, when I started to work, sa mga contract lang, 6 months lang na research, etc., I didn't have that sense of stability, hindi siya plantilla, wala siyang sense of security in terms of job talaga. Delayed yung sahod ko, wala kaming benefits, etc., like that. But what did I learn from that? What was the good thing that I got from it? First of all, dahil delayed yung sahod ko, I learned how to save money. I learned na I had to do other things to be able to compensate for that. So I had to look for other work. I had to do other things so that I can earn and compensate for my income. The second thing is, dahil wala kaming benefits, I had to apply for my own benefits. Wala kaming HR na aasikaso nun. Ako yung nag-a-apply sa sarili ko. I was knowledgeable in terms of my taxes, my rights, ano yung mga benefits ko, ano yung pwede kong i-demand from SSS, from PhilHealth, etc. Kasi ako yung umaasikaso. So I became knowledgeable in these things, which are very important in the long run. What I'm saying here, guys, is kung nasan man kayo, dapat meron kayong napupulot. May it be good, may it be bad, dapat may natututunan kayo along the way because eto lang yung paraan para mag-grow tayo. Pangatlo is to have these clear goals. Kasi guys, alam nyo, kapag pumasa na kayo ng board exam, minsan tumitigil na doon, no? Hindi na tayo nag-move forward. Parang, I just want to get a job and that's it. And there's actually nothing wrong with that, but you cannot really expect, again, natataas yung sahod mo, na mag-improve yung skills mo kapag hanggang doon na lang. Because life should be a continuous learning process. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, tong license nyo, umpisa pa lang talaga to because the real learning actually happens when you start to work, you start to mingle with people, you start to grow and to expand your connections. Doon pa lang talaga natututo at tuloy-tuloy yung learnings natin dapat doon. So, kapag hindi mo kasi ina-assess yung goal mo, kung ano yung gusto mo ma-achieve in terms of your education, in terms of your skills, in terms of even your salary grade, or kung anong salary yung gusto mo, walang mangyayari sa buhay mo. You really have to have a clear-cut goal. Actually, very biblical nga siya, diba? Sinasabi sa Bible, ask and you shall receive. No, if you're not clear about what you want, what you ask, diba, for your life, kapag hindi ka crystal clear doon, hindi talaga ibibigay sa'yo yon, swear. You really need to know what you want to demand from the world, what you want to demand from yourself to be able to achieve that. The fourth thing that I want to advise to people is, if you actually are still lost, especially if you're starting out, no, and hindi ka pa ganun ka-busy, medyo light pa yung work mo, I really highly suggest for you guys to actually further your education. A lot of you will probably go into medicine and that's okay, and some of you who won't, please get postgraduate degrees. Kasi guys, sa totoo lang, sa mundo ngayon, at the level of competition that you get, hindi ka, how am I gonna say this? Hindi ka magbi-breach doon sa 50K salary kapag wala kang master's or PhD. It's very, very hard. It's very hard na sumahod mas mataas sa 50,000 kapag wala kang postgraduate degree, good enough connections, and good enough experience. So talagang kailangan na talaga kasi lahat ng tao, doon na yung direction actually, no? So kapag you settle na hanggang bachelor's degree ka lang, unless you have a business, you cannot really expect na tataas yung salary mo. Okay, and skills. Kasi yung education, very, very vital siya, no? Yung specialization, especially if you really want to focus in a certain field. So, napaka-importante yon. So, please get postgraduate degrees as much as you can, especially if you're young, because madami ka pang energy. It gets harder. It really gets harder when you become older, tapos dun ka palang mag-aaral. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's harder. Now that you have time and the energy to do so, gawin mo na siya. It will propel you so much forward pa in your life. Siguro, the fifth and the last advice that I can probably tell you guys is to learn about passive income. Sa totoo lang, kahit sabihin natin na sumasahod ka ng maganda-ganda, compared to others, eventually, kapag sumasahod ka ng maganda-ganda, hindi pa rin yan sapat if you don't have this mindset of having other passive income. And the reason is because, sa totoo lang, I know so many people who went abroad, bumalik na, nag-retire na sa Philippines. Even those who've had plantilla positions in the government, nag-retire na, nagtrabaho pa rin kahit outside retirement. And bakit? The reason is because they don't have passive income, they have children to support, they have families to support, and they don't have passive income. Kaya, as young as you are, even if you're in the health field, I know na hindi tayo in the finance sector of the country, it's really a requirement. It should be an obligation for you. It's an adult obligation to yourself to learn how to manage your finances properly, how to invest. These are basic things that you have to learn on your own. And even if hindi to tinuturo, you need to find ways. It's so easy right now to learn skills kasi nasa YouTube na siya, nasa internet siya. You can read about it. You have to make time actually. You have to make time how to do these things, how to learn how to invest. No, invest in what? Invest sa Pag-ibig MP2 or invest sa stocks, invest in businesses, etc. It's really going to be helpful in the long term, especially now kapag nagsimula ka ng mas bata pa. Have insurance as well. It's very important. Kung hindi man life insurance yung kunin nyo, kumuha kayo ng health insurance as a way to protect your investment. So yun yung pinakadalawa na important in terms of finances. Get a health insurance or a health card. And then second is have passive income. Especially pag wala ba kayong pamilya, wala pa kayong pinapakain, please, parang awa nyo na. Learn how to do passive income. I know medyo mahirap siguro to get into that space, pero trust me, pag tumanda kayo and you'll have all this regret, mas mahirap yon. And you know, we have to change that mindset that we have as a younger generation. Hindi porket health professionals lang tayo, hanggang employed lang tayo. I've had an experience before na nag-invest ako sa isang business, and I think in like 2 years time, it made me over like 160K. So, ganong kalaki yung na-earn ko from the dividends and from capital appreciation nung business that I invested in. So, i-invest mo into assets that will generate you income in the long term. Kasi sobrang important nun, especially kapag magkakapamilya ka na, kapag mawalan ka ng trabaho, at least meron ka pa ring source of income. So, that's it, basically. So, I hope na may napulot naman kayo from this video. I just shot it in my iPhone kasi nag-overheat yung camera ko. But all the same, I hope that you guys learned something from this. And I hope na saan man kayo mapadpad, saan man yung career na gusto ninyo, whether it's actually specific to our profession or if you go into another field that you love, I hope na the advice that I gave will prove to be helpful to you eventually in the long term. So, thanks guys, and I hope na I really wish you all the best in your career. Enjoy nyo muna ngayon yung pagiging license nyo, and from here, I hope that you'll be successful in your own terms. Okay, so bye guys!